Good evening, I'm Ashonti Ford, and in less than 24 hours, Super Bowl 52 kicks off in Minneapolis. The Hoisington man who is accused of killing his girlfriend's child will be in court today. While many of you may be familiar with that speech, did you know that was not his first speech at the Lincoln Memorial? No. It essentially doubles the fines you have to pay if your dog bites someone. Some live in the area that the water is contaminated, others don't, but each of them tell me that the best way to deal with Hayesville water is not to drink it. Residents were evacuated by boat last night, and many of them tell me that they returned to a town that's now unrecognizable. Now, it was the neighbors that I spoke to today that said that they woke up to the sound of a loud bang right before 4 o'clock this morning. They rushed outside to find this house right behind me wrapped in flames. And one of the sweetest things that this newest bakery is serving up is a story. Show Last Chance U shows how these young men have to push themselves past adversity. Many playing for Independence Community College either had trouble with the law or failing grades, and it's their last chance to get on track. But for the town of Independence, it's their first chance to show off what their town has to offer. Imagine the entire town is watching. The pressure and intensity, knowing the game and every play you make will be streamed worldwide, seen by millions. And it all takes place in Independence, a small Kansas town.
Where the ticket is in Jersey. In my opinion, I'd give this town about another 10 years before it kind of goes down to a ghost town.
It was big, but that's going dead. I mean, a lot of no jobs around hardly.
Facing the problems many small towns face, Independence now has an opportunity to showcase what they're doing to survive. And for those that call Independence home, Last Chance U gives them something to be proud of.
Yes.
Talk to me about how you feel the Netflix.
Oh, we're excited. The football team's doing way better now, too. 10 times better.
Honestly, this is one of the biggest things I've heard since I've lived here, and I've lived here all my life.
The town has welcomed Netflix with open arms, city officials allowing production crews wide access to film just about anywhere. Community members excited to watch the games and bring a new support to the college. The players taking it all in. One freshman says his decision to come to Independence is teaching him about more than just football.
It grew me, like, it made me more mature, like, in so many ways, not just, football. Like, more mature, like, got closer to God, got my grades better, and, like, gotta stay focused.
A chance he didn't think he'd get.
It really hurt me, because, like finding out, you like, dang, you feel like you worth, the Division I level. But, like, the books part, you like, dang, I didn't take care of my business in high school with the grades and everything.
But the transition does come with challenges.
They call it the JUCO struggle. You just don't have as many resources as you'd like, and I'm isolated from the rest of the world, I feel like.
Quarterback Malik Henry was questioned about his decision to transfer from Florida State, but now he feels like it was the right move.
I've grown closer with my teammates, and also, built stronger relationships with my coaches, and they've made it feel, as much like home as they could.
Now it's on the field where these players really push to not be defined by their past, but it's off the field that the city rallies around their future.
I think, it's awesome that the community's coming out and supporting them and, be able to surround them, and I think it's really giving them a good vibe and, kind of giving them the, the maturity they need and the intensity that they need, and I think it's helping them. So, when you have a packed house and you have people watching you, you want to play well.
And that's exactly what this JUCO team is doing, playing well, giving a chance to these young men.
It's definitely turning me into the man that I need to be to succeed in life.
And this community.
Gives people a chance to come from somewhere, and for it to be our town, that's pretty awesome.
The Pirates won their first championship since the 70s this season, and some of the young men on that JUCO team have already gotten some offers from Division I schools. And the show Last Chance U is set to air on Netflix in February. Ashonti Ford, KSN News. And it was just over the weekend that a senior here at Marion High created this rainbow mural. Now, as you can see here, it is in a designated parking spot, but yet and still, it's caused some real issues for some of the folks that live around here, as well as gained some unwanted attention for folks at the school.
It's just a rainbow.
But for some, it's much more than just a rainbow, and it's causing them to see red.
A few days ago, there was a community complaint, and the school had to do something about it, so they told them they had to cover it.
Initially, the principal approved the rainbow painting, but once the complaints started coming in, he had to address those concerns. And he did it by first emailing the students saying, "The school did not ask for you to repaint your parking spot. I asked to have the parking repainted due to the concern in the community it has raised. In my first meeting, I said anything that created a controversy could not be used for parking spots. The parking has to be very simple and no concerns to the community." A petition was created in response to the school's request, gaining nearly 600 signatures to leave the rainbow alone overnight. I spoke with students on campus about this, and they say it's not a school problem. It's a community problem.
I myself am religious, but I'm also a member of the LGBT community, and I think it's very hurtful to everyone, because it's the same for if someone were to put a cross on their parking spot and a non-religious person said that was offensive to them, they should have to cover that too as well by the same ruling judgment.
Though a light may be at the end of the tunnel for these students affected, I got a call from Marion High School's principal, Todd Gordon, and he informed me the painting would stay, adding that his primary concern is the safety of his students. Now again, this rainbow mural will stay, but out of respect for the family, we did not speak to the student on camera. Here for you in Marion, Ashonti Ford, KSN.